It's time for the Babylon story.
Who do we play as?
The Babylon Rogues.
Yeah, but in which one? Oh, all three of them.
Yeah.
So it's just the same cutscenes but reversed?
No, we're seeing their side of the story,
So
which
it's more
fleshes out the plot.
context?
Yeah.
Hey, boss! We've got some major trouble!
You have to do that every time you come in. It's like meanwhile at the Hall of Doom, and then they list everybody off, and they have to show off their superpowers, but they do so by destroying the furniture.
That's
Like
funny.
seriously, every time.
But you asked me before we started this part if I remembered Big the Cat's voice.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
I wonder.
Because this guy is just...
Storm is not Big the Cat. You still do not remember Big the Cat.
Big Storm is just if Big sounded angry. If Big...
If you get
I was going to say instead of stupid, but he still sounds stupid.
He just sounds like a... Okay, stupid sort of, but I think more oaf is the word I'm looking for.
He sounds like someone who has no...
By the way, that's actually foreshadowing.
You'll only get 3 true wishes.
Oh, be quiet.
By the way, I'm a bird and I have
Why'd you
teeth.
burst in here
It's weird.
anyway?
Well, an egg salad.
It was probably the egg salad.
Someone called Eggman wants to speak to you.
By the way, how is Eggman not world famous at this point?
Proposition for you.
I mean, it's a plot hole.
Knock it off.
It's like, why aren't the Simpsons completely famous even though they've done everything?
I mean, the
And
water
every
scene.
celebrity.
That's why Gumball is so good.
Yeah.
Are you
Wait, they actually reference them being famous?
No, they basically there's an episode, multiple episodes reference the fact that the Watersons are part of everybody's life, and usually because of that, everything either gets ruined or gets blown way out
that's
of
true.
proportion.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, could this be true?
Like, yeah, that's expert hiding technique.
What's this?
I mean, they have hammer space behind them. It is expert hiding techniques.
You know, that's actually completely correct. By the way, his mustache is like supersized in this one. It's like a Bramble, that thing.
Straight. We just need to collect all these Chaos Emeralds, right?
You clearly have not played Sonic 2 special stages, Jets.
So
What
hold
do
up.
you mean? Are you saying the
So that
Babylon
means
rogues aren't
these
capable of
people
stealing
Yes.
some beauty emeralds?
Have their own wait, are they going to get their own?
They're going to get their own emeralds after this. That's what the first cutscene has. One of them get an emerald that Sonic was looking for.
Oh, so they steal 3 emeralds.
I've had
Yeah,
many,
this,
many
so yeah, they still
dreadful
3
So
emeralds.
that means the only people to willingly give up their emeralds are Sonic and the gang.
Yes.
I'm glad with this greater context makes me much more understanding about this wonderful story.
Also, why did Jet just evil laugh there for no reason? But yeah, Babylon Rogue stuff. There's no losing. You have to come first place all the time. But you have remixed version of the stage each stage.
So this isn't greater. This is an alternate universe.
No,
'Cause they're winning the races.
No, you're not incorrect at first on some, but there is somewhat an alternate universe aspect of it. But for the first few races, let's see, 1, 2. Well, actually, the only alternate universe aspect comes in one race if I have to think really hard about it. But this is basically a recreation
of the opening cutscene.
Yeah, where you actually have to do
So
stuff.
that you can focus on just how better the cutscene animation was.
Sure, and oh yeah, I'm out of air. As I've been trying to say, and I keep forgetting, there is a mode in normal races where if you run out of air, you automatically retire from the race. So you have to be conservative. So it actually brings up some amount of strategy. Not that I've actually, seen people do that because I didn't have more than one controller when I was a kid, and not a lot of people play this game.
I was waiting for the time when I can finally say, thank goodness those police cars are gone.
Well, they're back.
Their annoying sirens are gone, but they've never left.
And they never will leave. What? Also, those ones, they needed to go. Their police department needed them.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
It's like Toad's Turnpike. Well, no, it's not like Toad's Turnpike. It's
Yeah.
more like...
There'd be a lot more crashing if it was Toad's turnpike.
I'm trying to remember the name of the...
By the way, why does Toad have a turnpike? I'm sure that will preface like a lot of our Mario Kart discussions if we do them.
It's like a point. But why, like...
Sorry, Wave. I just don't want you to get in my way because canonically I have to be first here.
It's the one where the Toad's turnpike of Double Dash. Because as we all know, factually, the Double Dash stage is
as we all know, factually, you're full of hot air.
And then this video just gets 10,000 dislikes.
Exactly.
Wow, we got so many views.
I wonder who's... By the way, I completely forgot where the speed shortcut was for this stage because I don't remember the Babylon Rogue stages as much as I used to. Oh, by the way, Sonic just passed me like, hey, and I just immediately beat him up.
Oh, so they're different stages.
Yeah, these aren't like this. Well, they're somewhat like in the same layout. They're in the same layout somewhat, but they're different obstacles, different paths, a lot of stuff.
When you say this is the Babylon version of the story, it makes it sound like we're going through the same thing. But I realize that we're probably just doing different things.
No, we're going through the same story. It's not one of those things where it's like an alternate retelling. We're going through the same story. There's only one point in the story where I'd have to say it doesn't make sense unless this was an alternate retelling.
That's what I'm saying. It's like Sonic Adventure where we're just doing different parts and where people interact.
Except in by the way, this shows her doing it, but except in Sonic Adventure, once we get to Tails' part, Tails seems to take action in that one. So people wonders like, wait, is that canon? Because Tails does do a lot of things, but in the points where the story intersects, he seems to take charge a lot more. So it's like, I think Tails is making part of this up. But yeah, this is the point where she puts it on, even though it should be obvious, and I've said everything about this already.
And I've been as exasperated as possible about it already.
See ya, shorty. Oh, that girl! Who does she think she
She's
is?
about to beat her, isn't she?
Yes.
Okay.
This is where Amy loses her Chaos Emerald. I mean, I didn't think Amy was competent enough to do this in the first place, but sure, whatever.
So Amy joined to be closer to Sonic.
And because it's fun.
Races once in a race that doesn't have Sonic.
Yes.
And then gets knocked out instantly.
Well, the thing is that when you say races once, I don't know. I think technically it's the second round, so I think maybe she raced with Eggman Robos before. But yeah. So I think I do terribly at this stage, because I think out of all of the other stages that I do, the shortcuts aren't exactly well. There's one good shortcut and one just like, I guess the shortcut's okay. Around these stages, some shortcuts are less to help you get in first and more, do I want to like replenish my air meter?
Also, it's very, very, very the same amount of varied as last time, just enough to get you annoyed. Convenient that the Babylon guys also have speed, power, and air flights on their team. Must be 3 powers.
Yeah, well, that's because they're well rounded. And I'm trying to get that 100 thing. It just managed to miss it. I mean, that's not even hidden. It's right there.
It's the big Kego health. If you don't know what that means.
I don't.
It's from Unreal Tournament. Where you can get 199 health instead of the maximum 100.
Okay.
It's very useful.
I'm sure it is.
You see, these air currents look a lot like water.
But that's actual water right there.
Okay, this is what.
What is wrong with you?
Okay, so this is... The thing is, this isn't wooded enough for me to say that it's the forest from Sonic Versus. Even though it has the water.
I mean, anything can have the water, dude. Also, what the heck happened there? Just like that, I guess the collision for the detection for the air release on that ramp is much stricter than I thought. But at least I got up to level 3 immediately.
Okay, if we're connecting all the Sonic places, this is that wooded
Is this where this
area.
happens? I think something happens here.
This is
Oh
that,
wait, no, never mind.
This is that wooded area from Sonic adventure.
By the way, that's one of the rare power-ups, a bowling, like a bowling bomb, but it completely missed. So, yep, thanks for all your help.
Can you go up that waterfall with you passing?
In Tails' version of the stage, that's where the flight stuff is.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, this is a massive shortcut. So usually there is one really good shortcut for the character you're playing as.
And nobody else uses it.
By the way, the announcer says the same thing. Just like, looks like X grew wings because X is flying. They say that, Omochao says that even for the birds.
I mean, they did grow wings. It's most appropriate for the birds.
Oh boy. By the way, Amy was apparently just like right behind me.
This whole game is for the birds.
Sure. It is.
Do you not know that phrase?
No, I don't.
Oh my god, what do you know? Do you know anything?
I think I could ask that of you through your track record.
That's true, but
I don't know a lot of popular stuff related to movies and the like.
yeah, but this is for the birds. This isn't a movie thing. Oh my goodness.
By the way, him doing that in this tone of voice that he was talking was completely dissonant.
You really are worthless.
You mean he's big?
Boss, it wasn't my fault. He must have cheated. That's it. He must have used some special type of gear.
What? Are you implying that you lost because of my gear? No one can tune a gear the way I can.
How are you so sure about that considering Tails made an amazing 2.0 thing at the very end?
Yeah,
By the way...
he has a 3000 IQ.
Son?
No, he doesn't.
I know.
SCTK
Oh
I-
wow.
What?
Let's get that silk chaos emerald.
Now, let's get
You're
down
saying
to
the word
business.
silk.
Yes, they are. Just like it is just like it's normal to go into slightly higher than average kids shows because it's not a terrible word, mother. Anyways,
I want you to sneak into Eggman's base and find out what he's hiding there. Make sure you look carefully.
So,
Got it, boss.
like,
Hey, before
are you going to
go,
just keep saying that and then say
bring
nothing?
something back,
no,
or don't
but
return it all.
that's the problem.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
I've seen this cutscene already.
You have?
Yes.
How?
I don't know.
Do you know what he's going to do next?
No. And that's
Then you
what's
haven't
worrying.
seen it. Because him kicking that entire desk away has been ingrained into my mind. It was like, what the heck is that thing made out of cardboard?
How the desk was made out of cardboard and the picture frame was made out of adamantite.
Out of the pack first.
Well, now we're going through the ice factory, which is Eggman's actual factory. So I have no idea why it's a race.
Because
Because he's supposed to be
who
finding
cares?
secrets. By the way, I'm just like, I'm never gonna make this. Holy crap! It's like I was going to retry, but I was like, wait, and I got it at the literally the last millisecond I could possibly get it. I'm really good about that kind of stuff, but the thing is that yeah, we're racing, despite the fact that this is actual base that we've just infiltrated.
I mean,
What the heck happened there?
He's hiding in plain sight.
Sure. By the way, something hilarious.
He's destroying all the fans.
Yes. Just like a lot of games from the 50th anniversary did. But
Oh my goodness.
yeah. Top tier. By the way, I managed to find the 100 rigs thing there. And I keep missing the power shortcut for that, but it's fine. And there's also a little detail here where if you go high enough, you break the ice. But yeah, the thing is that between all of this, there are so many things that really, obviously, shouldn't be races. But Storm is sent here to go find stuff. It's just, how is he finding anything? Especially once it turns out that he did find. But whatever,
Okay.
gameplay story segregation.
Let me rationalize this.
Right?
Because I was about to say, why is he going through laps? But the thing is,
He's doing a thorough search.
he's searching through the area until he finds what he's looking for.
Yeah, well, that also reminds me, Eggman is a power character.
You can play as Eggman?
Yeah, of course you can play
You
as
can
Eggman.
race as Eggman in his own races?
Yeah.
I guess the multiplayer stuff is non-canon.
Yeah, especially since it brings a lot of Sega characters in it as unlockable characters. But yeah, Eggman, the thing is that he's too uncoordinated to go on the board, so he can only do like scooter and bike type gear.
Oh, so there's other gear.
Yeah, there are other types. But the thing is that he's power type, meaning that Eggman can go into those fans and destroy them with his bare fists.
So Eggman is the fastest thing alive.
Yes, and one of the strongest as well, and the
Formidable
smartest.
opponent. Oh my gosh, he got the whole package.
Exactly. Man,
He
that
just needs to go on a
treesicle
diet.
that treesicle episode about Eggman is like, now that I've watched that this conversation is even more hilarious to me. But yeah,
There's more missed potential than Denzel Crocker then.
but there's also a whole bunch of things where that reminds me, in Sonic Heroes manual, they say that Eggman is a feminist, which is a mistranslation last time I checked. But that just makes it hilarious if I just like keep that as canon.
I mean, technically, has he ever contradicted that?
Sonic Rush, he says like a line that, who knew those girls could be so tough, or something like that.
Okay. You need to fix your canon, Sonic.
I mean, there was that one scene in End of Sonic X where he told Rouge that her boobs are enormous. Japanese, of course.
Oh goodness. Okay.
She did slap him at the end. The thing is, though, I, for the life of me, cannot remember the context as to why he would ever say that.
I needed that joke because this game is killing me.